cannot find the progress shots for this one, so I apologize, but that is small hours of the night. Next up, we have a geometric paperweight, and I was going for one of those semi-transparent multicolor ones. Something that changes color in the light and produces a colored shadow, so when I got to coloring, I put the lighter side as green and then the shadow side as blues and purples. Now we have your home from space! Obviously, that would be quite impossible to draw, so I went for a space shot of my state and then put a little heart in the general area of my home. And here we have a flea circus! I wanted to get more detailed and, like, extravagant with this one, but that was difficult, so instead I went with a little ringmaster flea presenting the flea tent. This is a mini statue of Mount Rushmore, so I sketched out the statue first, and then I added some desk details to get the scale right, and then I outlined it and then started coloring it in with lines for some variety in this notebook because I didn't want to keep going back to colored pencils. Oh look, finally a speed draw! This is a window catch, so I sketched it out first in pencil, then outlined it in Micron and filled in the darkest shadows with Micron as well. Also in Micron, I added a whole bunch of texture lines. Then finally coming in, mixing a gold and a brown colored pencil for the base, and then using a yellow colored pencil for the highlights, and then filling in the background with a black colored pencil. I think this one came out super cool. I am very happy with it. Next, we have a screw and an eyeglass. That is a hard sentence to say. I decided to use more or less the same style that I did the window catch in because I really liked it, and you know, two small metal objects next to each other, why not use the same art style? Just like last time, after outlining in Micron, I began filling in the darkest shadows in Micron. With a light blue colored pencil, I filled in the lens. I thought it'd look weird if I left it white. Starting with the highlights this time, I am using pink. Also, did you notice that I am using my tiny colored pencils for my tiny doodles this time? Now coming in with the base color of dark purple and filling in the background with black yet again. I really like this one too, just something about the style. So this prompt is an earlobe, which I obviously decked out with a whole bunch of piercings because it's me. I outlined it in Pilot pens this time instead of Microns, coloring with the same colored pencils I've been using for more or less every other drawing, Artist Loft colored pencils. I'm using yellow and orange for the piercings and then a couple shades of green for the ear itself. Why am I doing a green ear? Because I felt like it. Wow, that is a really dull picture. I apologize. It is much brighter in person. This prompt was the thumbprint, so I thought, why not do an actual thumbprint? I dipped my thumb in an ink pad and then squished it on the paper, and the bronze didn't really work out so well because I forgot that my bronze is like out of ink, so I tried it again with silver and it worked so much better. Look at that shine! So pretty. Okay, onto the paper. Boom! Much better fingerprint than before. But Joanna, that's not a drawing. You shut your mouth, we'll get into that. To make it more drawing, less stamp, I took a fine-tipped purple marker and started filling in some of the fingerprint lines. This was actually rather difficult because the space between the fingerprint lines is very small and hard to see. Then I filled in the background with more fingerprint-shaped lines and called it done. Next up, we have a microbe, which is basically bacteria. From what I found via Google Images, a lot of them are elongated jelly bean shaped, so that's what I went with. And then cotton candy colors, because I could. They're pretty colors. I did not outline this one to keep it that weird fuzzy-like texture, and moving on to a typewriter key. I chose the letter J for Joanna, and I went for like a very, very sketchy style for this one, and I really like how it turned out in the end. I started by scribbly outlining everything in Micron, and then went into scribbly filling in the background, also in Micron. All that scribbling left me with this, and I think that looks really cool. And lastly, I added some color to the face of the key. And for the last doodle of this week, we have a lighter, and honestly, I didn't really try on this one because I was tired. I filled in the back with black Micron, colored in the lighter with colored pencils. I did try to get a shine for the flame, and that's it. See you in the next video. Bye!